Good afternoon. I am Carol Reid, Director of Student Administration at the University. I would like to warmly welcome you all to the University of Salford graduation ceremony. Firstly, can I ask that you wear a face covering unless medically exempt for the duration of the ceremony and until you are outside of the hall. Graduands, you will be able to remove your face covering before you come up onto the stage and will be prompted when to do so. This year, instead of shaking the hand of the presiding officer, you will doff. This means a nod of the head as you cross the stage. So graduands, as you are asked to leave your seats to come up onto the stage, please leave your hat behind, you won't need that. And as you walk across the stage, simply nod your head to the presiding officer. Can I also ask that you remain seated throughout the ceremony as a courtesy to other guests so that you are not being disturbed or having their view blocked. Finally, may I ask if you would kindly ensure that mobile phones are switched off for the duration of the proceedings. I also have a message from our alumni team. From the video you have just watched, you will see that your relationship with the university does not end today. In fact, it's only just beginning. You are now a member of a global alumni community of over 190,000 graduates. Salford graduates go on to achieve amazing things, making a difference in all walks of life, from politics, industry, the arts, scientific discovery, to serving our communities through the health service, in schools and in public service. We would love you to keep in touch with us so that we can share in your life's journey and achievements, but also to ensure that you are kept up to date with the latest benefits and services available to you as a member of our alumni network. As you cross the stage today, we'll be recording you, and you'll receive an email from us in a few days inviting you to download a clip of yourself. It's just a little gift from us to say thank you for agreeing to let us stay in touch with you. The ceremony will now begin. For those of you who are able, please stand for the entrance of the academic procession.
I declare this congregation open to present awards for the University of Salford.
Graduands and distinguished guests, please welcome Professor Margaret Rowe, Dean of the School of Health and Society.
Good afternoon, everybody. Isn't this an exciting time? We've waited a while for this, haven't we? And you have really worked incredibly hard. So, I'm going to start off with welcome to the Health and Society Graduation 21, even though many of you graduated in 2020. So before I start, I think we just need to get a bit vibe in here, don't we? I think we'll need a little bit of noise. We need to be really celebrating your success. So let's hear you. Come on. I think I need a little bit louder than that. Woo! Thank you. That's really good and on cue. It's just so wonderful for me as the Dean of Health and Society to see so many students who've worked so hard, so resilient to achieve what you have achieved. So that's why I just think we need to make a little bit more noise. This is about you celebrating your fantastic achievement. So, over the past 20 months, we know it's been incredibly challenging. For you as students working through a pandemic, learning, developing, improving your skills, and for many of you working in practice, graduating is a great achievement. You've shown determination, motivation, adaptability skills that will prepare you for the future employment. Education will have changed your life, and with it, the professions that you have chosen, you will change other people's lives, which is a fantastic privilege. We've also seen a number of exciting and innovative activities that have been going on in the school, which academic staff have led on and students have been involved in. So I'd just like to highlight some of our achievements. A great emphasis of the university is to work with industry, developing students for the world of work, collaborating and developing research that makes a difference to people's lives. You have been making a difference to people's lives. You have ensured that individuals who have had COVID, you have been on the front line, caring, supporting, treating, and looking after individuals. And I really thank you for all of that work. I want to share with you some brilliant successes, and one of these is that the University of Salford was made the first child-safe certified university in the world. This is a considerable achievement, and a great deal of work has been done to produce resources which will give Salford students the necessary tools to put them in a better place to support and protect children living in their communities, as well as to recognise when children might be at risk of significant harm. This was led by Professor Andrew Rowland and Professor Tony Long. I'm also thrilled that the university has recently re-signed the Armed Forces Covenant and pledges a commitment to those who serve or have served. This covenant states that veterans and their families to be treated with fairness and respect in the communities and receive support on starting new careers and accessing education. As a response to the Black Lives Matter movement, our Equality, Inclusion and Diversity lead, Dr. Soraya Nayak, established our school Black, Asian and Racially Minoritized Student Collective. This is a safe space for students to meet up and constructively respond to intersectional race issues. There are now over 200 students who are members that meet on a regular basis, which is one of the largest in any UK university. We have received many great awards, and we have seen in league tables like the Times Good University Guide and the Guardian Guide subjects that have really excelled. And I want to particularly name that physiotherapy and radiotherapy are in the top 10 in the UK as subjects from the University of Salford. Fantastic achievement. But the rest of allied health professional groups have done incredibly well also. So again, big applause to you guys, but a big applause to these guys behind me. In the local community, we've developed partnerships with the Greater Manchester Policing and developing policing as a new subject within health and society. This started in November with 80 new policing students' apprenticeships starting with us, which is hopefully going to be a great success, and hopefully in 3 years' time we'll see them sitting with you guys of the future. At the start of the pandemic, we saw our nursing and allied health academics develop a training course for Greater Manchester Nightingale Hospital. The team provided training to NHS clinical staff to prepare them to care for patients who contracted coronavirus. We've also seen within the school the development of a long COVID clinic, offering students a new type of placement, demonstrating adaptability in such a challenging environment. Health and Society has an international reputation in the field of prosthetics and orthotics, supporting people with disabilities. Our experts in this area have been sharing their knowledge and their skills to Uganda to support the growing number of people who are facing limb loss from conflict, road traffic accidents, and increasing diabetes. Sharing the expertise and the knowledge that we have developed within our clinics that we offer, that students work within. Many students have been and staff have been nominated for a number of awards, too many for me to read through, but I did want to share one with you, and that is Professor Peter Hogg, who received 2 nominations from the Times Higher Awards for the work that he had done developing international COVID support for radiographers and radiological technologists. To be a finalist at the Times Higher Award as an international academic network achievement is absolutely fantastic. So that was brilliant. Our school conducts research that adds value to society. This research involves our undergraduate, master's and PhD students and staff working in collaboration with external partners. One of the most important attributes our research demonstrates is impact. That is, people are using it in a positive fashion to change the world we work and live in. And what I've been able to see is the amount of research that's been developed by academic health professionals, taking this forward and sharing it on an international stage. An example of this is we've just received a 400,000 funding from Engineering and Physical Science Research Council for groundmaking digital health project led by Dr. Steve Priest. This is purposed to treat patients with dysfunctional breathing. This revolutionary project uses individualized avatars which replicate the actions of the muscles in real time as a patient breathes. The work we do in the school reflects the diversity of our communities, our students, and engages meaningful at an international level. We are working closely with many charities to really share our knowledge and experience, and to also offer students opportunities for international placements. Looking to the future, our desire to generate positive impact in the world remains. We are investing in many strengths in our research across areas: rehabilitation, public health, long-term conditions, welfare, and criminal justice. You have generated a positive impact as University of Salford graduates. We wish you success for your future, and we hope you remain in touch with us, your Salford family. You are the ambassadors of the school and the university, which we are so proud of. You have demonstrated ability and resilience that will shape you for the future careers. You can achieve anything. Good luck and be unstoppable. Whilst it's been an exciting year for the school, there's also been significant developments and achievements of the university. I am very proud to introduce our presiding officer for this ceremony, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Student Experience, Dr. Sam Grogan.
Thank you. Distinguished guests and graduates, As Pro-Vice Chancellor of the University of Salford, I'm delighted to welcome you all to today's graduation ceremony, celebrating the awards that you have achieved. And we're all here today to congratulate you all, our next generation of graduates, and to wish you well and to tell you how proud we are of you as you embark on the next chapter of your life. Today marks the culmination of years of hard work for you, and recognizing your success is rightly the highlight of our university calendar, and we haven't done one of these for ages. This celebration has been a long time coming, and we can't wait for it. So this is our first graduation in 2 years because of COVID, and so consequently we're delighted to be able to welcome not just the class of 2021, but also 2020 to these ceremonies. Everybody in this room has been affected by COVID in one way or another, and your achievements today are all the greater for the adversity that you've faced and the challenges that you've overcome as a result. It's genuinely a privilege, a pleasure, and an honor for me to be able to share this day with you. May I also extend a very warm welcome to your family and friends, everyone up there and everyone at the back. Whether you have come from down the road or have traveled long distances to be here, you're all really, really welcome, and it's great to have you here. And I hope everyone is going to take away some very special memories of this important day, because your university journey will have been a real pivotal period in your life. Alongside your specific studies, you'll have further shaped your views on the world. You'll have learnt more about yourself. And you'll have created memories and friends, trust me folks, memories and friends that will stay with you for life. You have developed intellectually, you've developed personally and socially. So whether now you're moving on to further studies, or whether you're going into employment, or if you've already done so, or maybe you're just simply taking the time to reflect on the myriad of opportunities that are now afforded you, you can all be confident that you are ready to succeed in whatever you choose to do, because you've done more than study for a degree. The passion, the drive, and the determination that you've all shown on your journey to date are qualities that will serve you very well in the future. When I think back to my own university experience back in thank you very much for that laugh. That says a lot. Thank you very much. Used to be young and good looking. Never mind. But when I think back to that university experience, my mind tends to focus not so much on the detail of the experience itself. I actually tend to think about what's happened in my life because of my time at university. So I was the first in my family to ever go to university, and I ended up studying theatre, firstly training as an actor and then as a dancer. I do not know how I ended up in a suit. It just kind of happened. But the university experience, simply put, opened up a world for me. Possibilities were positioned as being present, because an applied education, learning by doing, enables one to view the world through a very dynamic, creative lens. And at the heart of that lens, as well you all know, is collaboration and communication. Now those are two skills that have really nudged me towards whatever successes I have had. And off the back of that first degree, I've managed to have adventures with my life. And they've taken me around the world. I've literally been around the world twice, and I've continued to create things with amazing people and to progress to where I am today, Pro-Vice Chancellor for Student Experience, working alongside these phenomenally gifted and talented colleagues, and working with our students in the pursuit of making a positive difference to the world. I really and honestly don't think I could ask for anything more from life. It's been a ball and continues to be so. And if you told me way back when that the skills I'd pick up making theatre and dance would one day bring me to work in this fantastic place and lead the institution's teaching and learning strategy, I would have genuinely asked for you for a pint of whatever you've been drinking, because I'd like some. But the fact is that that experience did lead to those things, and it has given me adventures. And that's what university unlocks for me. Through the unpredictable twists and turns of the years, it unlocks possibility. And the possibility sitting in this room now is earth-changing, world-changing. And maybe it's all of our responsibilities to make sure it actually happens. Because it's about adventure and a lifetime of being a learner and the skills and abilities to keep on learning. keep on developing. And you've all demonstrated your abilities and skills and your drive by just arriving here today to receive your awards. And we are very proud of you, as you should be proud of yourselves. And I also hope that you will feel proud of us, your university too. Whilst we're here today to celebrate your successes and achievements, the time you've spent studying with us has also been a period of many achievements for the university. As you'll have read from the graduation brochure and from your own experiences in this school particularly, over the past 18 months, our university community has rallied to join the national effort in the fight against COVID-19. From providing volunteers for testing, donating specialist equipment and designing prototype PPE, to leading global pioneering projects and being at the heart of frontline care, our staff and our students, you good people, have shown remarkable dedication, ingenuity and compassion. That last one is really important throughout this time. And despite all the challenges and restrictions, we've continued to make progress with the ambitious plans we have for our university. And you, our students and alumni, have also been doing the university proud. So alongside the examples that Margaret gave you, I could give you another couple from across the university. Salford graduate Hannah Russell, MBE, secured bronze and gold medals at the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. Alumnus Craig Easton was named Photographer of the Year in the prestigious Sony World Photography Awards. Graduate Nicolette Peel was made an MBE in recognition of her work with the charity Mummy's Star, which supports pregnant women with cancer. And Maeve O'Sullivan, who completed the MA Children's TV production course, was awarded a BAFTA for film. So those are just a few examples alongside those which Margaret gave of the many amazing things that Salford students and graduates have achieved. And so it's an exciting time and an inspiring time to be part of this university community. And today is about you, students from the School of Health and Society who are graduating this year and celebrating your journey with us. But it is also about the people who have helped you on your journey to receiving your award today, because no one gets where they're going by themselves. Our staff alongside me have guided you during a university career and helped you recognize and reach your potential. And your supporters, families and friends have also encouraged, cajoled on occasion, no doubt, and supported you along the way, offering emotional, practical and often financial support. Now I think that support deserves real recognition. So graduates, could I ask you please now to stand? So, please let's give a round of applause for all those people here and elsewhere who have helped, inspired and encouraged you through your journey. So now to the ceremony itself. So in a moment, each of you are going to walk up those steps and pass along this stage. And I've seen many of you eyeing up those steps and then looking down at your footwear. It's too late now. Don't worry, folks. Don't worry. Enjoy it. Take a moment. Take time. Yeah. No pressure. No one has fallen over yet. You're all right. Seriously, don't worry about it. Take your time. I'll be stood there. Nod when I nod. It'll all be fine. Enjoy it. You have earned this moment. And take a time to look out at mum, dad, family, friends, and whoever else is there, and just take a moment, because you really have earned it. This part of your Salford journey is going to end, but a new one begins. From today, as soon as you leave this room, you will become an alumni of this great university, joining a community of over 180,000 Salford graduates around the world. So please, keep in touch. Let us know how you're doing, how we can help you, and maybe how you can help us. Remember, this university is your university for the rest of your life. Our successes are your successes, just as your successes are ours. Remember how much you've achieved and how far you've come during your time at Salford. From navigating online learning during a pandemic to finding new ways to develop relationships with tutors and classmates, you've overcome so much with determination and a willingness to adapt. We're proud of everything you've accomplished, and you should be too. Because if you can graduate during a pandemic, you can pretty much do anything. So finally, I would invite you to reflect on your abilities and your social obligations as graduates and ambassadors of the University of Salford. I urge you, perhaps now more than ever, to work for the benefit of others, to be a catalyst for positive change in whatever community you choose to live and work in. Seize the opportunity life gives you. Cherish the moments of your time at Salford and use the skills and knowledge you've gained here to be excellent for the rest of your life. The whole world is working to build a better future right now, and you, as graduates, are a vital part of that effort. With the skills you have, you will be building a brighter future for all of us. So I'm going to finish by saying this to each and every graduate. Be proud of what you've achieved. Be bold in your aspirations, because the future is now yours to make. And as we like to say at Salford, and as Margaret said earlier, go out there and become unstoppable. Congratulations.
Graduates and distinguished guests, we will now commence the presentation of the Postgraduate Awards from the School of Health and Society. Each student will be presented individually for their award. I would like to invite Professor Margaret Rowe, Dean of the School of Health and Society, to present the Doctor of Philosophy Awards.
Pro-Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Health and Society, I present for the award Doctor of Philosophy with the title Professional Practice Influences a Sequential Qualitative Investigation on MSK Assessments of the Diabetic Foot and Podiatry Practice, Veronica Ann Newton. Doctor of Philosophy with the title Association Between Chronic Widespread Pain and Physical Activity Behaviour in People with Fibromyalgia, Kibri Maya Ann Aish. Doctor of Philosophy with the title Task-Specific Observer Performance and Image Quality, Direct and Indirect Relationships in Low-Dose CT Images, Linda Maryam Jessup. Pro-Chancellor, that concedes my presentation.
Graduates and distinguished guests, we will now continue the presentation of the Postgraduate Awards from the School of Health and Society. Each student will be presented individually for their award. I would like to invite Dr. Vicky Halliwell, Deputy Dean of the School of Health and Society, to present the awards.
Pro-Vice Chancellor, on behalf of the School of Health and Society, I present for the award of Master of Science, Advanced Medical Imaging, Judy Jane Davis. Samantha Davis. Lucy Rebecca McGilton Griffin. Master of Science, Advanced Occupational Therapy, Annette O'Donoghue. Jennifer Wright. Laura Jane Dungar. Konstantinos Fragotinas. Karen Render. Catherine Smith. Master of Science, Advanced Physiotherapy, Amy Boyer. Iona Giannakou. Gloria Timarova Petrova. Master of Science, Advanced Practice Neonates, Karen Deirdre Farr. Helen Lambert. Katie Lander. Kirsty Lomax. Naomi Iman Lowe Lennon. Michelle Pearsall. Donna Porter. Judith Elizabeth Leslie Royal. Mino Thotungal Giffey. Master of Science, Dental Implantology, Divya Hingora Karnani. Master of Science, Occupational Therapy, Zoe Briggs. David James Goward. Helen McEnvoy. Jennifer Ward. Master of Science Public Health, Michael Abang Ijim. Aliu Olianyi. Usman Tijani Shihu. Master of Science, Trauma and Orthopaedics, Tina Fitzsimmons. Danielle Louise Burke. Master of Science, Ultrasound Imaging, Ibital Yassin Abul Hassan Al-Karadi. Postgraduate Diploma, Nuclear Medicine Imaging, Samantha Altham. Katie Ann Seeger. Laura Davis. Irfan Hanif. Asad Munir. Lauren Wolfendale. Postgraduate Diploma Public Health, Cretia Louise Wilson. Postgraduate Diploma Ultrasound Imaging, Gilmarie Grace Ajahar. Postgraduate Certificate Advanced Medical Imaging, Joshua Hermdahl. Victoria Patricia Lana. Lewis Cooper. Anita Hasso. Sana Jan Mohammed. Alexandra Stokes. Matthew Windle. Postgraduate Certificate, Non-Surgical Facial Aesthetics, Katie Kelso. Karen Miller. And that concludes the postgraduate awards.
We will now commence the presentation of the undergraduate awards from the School of Health and Society. Each student will be presented individually for their award. I would like to invite Dr. Vicky Halliwell, Deputy Dean of the School of Health and Society, to present the awards.
On behalf of the School of Health and Society, I present for the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Diagnostic Radiography, Amina Ahmed. Usman Ahmed. Hajir Al-Bujouri. Lucy Victoria Appleton. Shannon Arnold. Bahare Barami. Rima Bibi. Andrew Birkinshaw. Oliver Brandon. Lauren Cham. Amy Dingle. Funmileo Edward. Katie Ann Goffey. Emily Hawkins. Laura Heaford. Arusa Nagin Iqbal. Fahim Khalifa. Rua Dasno Mandishona. Jennifer Mannion. Leanne Musa. Vanessa Mumba. Sunaya Nazir. Mariam Patel. Samantha Sarkar. Alexandra Louise Seeley. Sarah Eunice. Sarah Ahmed. Faizan Bagat. Hannah Calvareri. Joel Davis. Sodar Duha. Rhiannon Eve Hampson. Amina Khalil. Rizwan Khalik. Mariam Khan. Rumana Khan. Alina Kazir. Zishan Mohammed. Zuha Naveed. Haroon Parvez. Kulsum Patel. Doreen Fulbus. Samuel Platt. Georgia Mary Plunkett, apologies. Samin Nazish Qureshi. Jonathan Jack Roberts. Eleanor Robinson. Grace Emerald Robson. Farhan Rokad. Bailey Robotham. Sadia Siddiq. Patrick Saynor. Ahmad Sakor. Fiona Jane Sharples. Karsey Vadia. Mohammed Zain Youssef. Bachelor of Science with Honours, Occupational Therapy, Nicola Jane Beebe. Queen Chiwaza. Lindsay Clare. Brittany J. Davis. Rachel English. Kirsty Goddard. Alana Hand. John Hunt. Lisa Danielle Jones. Rachel Keep. Debbie Millington. Anne-Marie Rees. Abosade Alaba Ronor. Heather Claire Winterbottom. Elise Bowden. Sneha Sense. Charlotte Davies. Megan Louisa Donegan. Samantha Faye Fair. Paige Morgan Fletcher. Victoria Jordan. Lauren Jane Gallier. Amanda Eve Marie Godfrey. Jennifer Hall. Hannah Hughes. Anna Keaton. Anna Catherine Lloyd. Jennifer McGuinness. Rachel McMahon. Helen Catherine Preston. Aisha Raymond. Natalie Jess Rule. Natalie Stansfield. Claire Sutton Webb. Catherine Elizabeth Todd. Kerry Ann Warburton. Efrosini Zaku. For Bachelor of Science with Honours Physiotherapy, Dominic William Allen. Rachel Buckley. Faye Juryhouse. Selina Fakir. Tia Lawrence. Siobhan McLaughlin. Adam Christopher Thomas. Victoria Alexandra Isherwood. Jack Arlott. Jamie Barrett. Ella Brighouse. Christian Burgess Duna. Anise Gulfraz. Alice Handley. Adam Hurrell. Rhys Owain Last. Matthew Thomas Mainwaring. Kirsty Jane McIntyre. Rachel Meehan. Rosie Ann Perry. Harry Reynolds. James Scott. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Podiatry, Anissa Agtarafi. Bharvanika Bhatt. Megan Clark. Amy Conway. Nosheen Khan. Sophie Teasdale. Mohammed Abdullah Amir. Shaquille Antoine Clark. Fifi Kapinga Ban Amari. Fatima Soichi Borbaho. Ashley Hay. Elizabeth Isa Adugu. Natasha Kosa. Tasmir Khan. Tiara Rachel Lee. Ania Modelinsky. For Bachelor of Science with Honours, Prosthetics and Orthotics, Georgina Ann Ashcroft. Alice Dudley. Kieran Bowes. Alana Higgins. Melanie Minton. Abigail Louise Munro. Benjamin Saville. Yoshaka Jamie Marion Stewart. Sean Anthony Taylor. Oliver James Thomas. Christopher Turner. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours Physiotherapy, Misha Louise Stockton. That concludes the awards from the School of Health and Society.
Graduates and guests, that concludes the presentation of the awards. Before I invite the Pro-Vice Chancellor to close the ceremony, please can I ask all guests to remain seated until all the graduates have left their seats. I would now like to invite the Pro-Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sam Grogan, to close the ceremony.
Well, that was a bit good. Can we do it every day? That was fantastic. It's always really interesting for me to meet the eyes of everyone coming across. There's a mixture of absolute fear and at the same time pure joy, and it's well warranted. That joy particularly is well warranted. And there wasn't even a slip, trip, or a fall. Well done. You're all like dancers. It's fantastic. Really, on behalf of the university, I should like to offer my sincere congratulations to each and every one of you graduates. Please, could I ask you all to join me in a round of applause? And I'm going to save the really big screams for the next bit. So this is the last thing I will ask you to do as your Pro-Vice Chancellor. So please, graduates, could you please stand and put on your hats? I like that reaction. That was, oh, very nice. Oh, lovely. So folks, let's lift the roof off here. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present the classes of 2020 and 2021. Congratulations. So now I declare this congregation closed. Please, if you're able to do so, please stand for the academic procession. Thank you all very much.